All right, listen up. I'm Frankie 5 Stories, and I'm going to give you the lowdown on the 5 freshest and the 5 biggest nationwide stories from today, June 4th, 2025. Let's dive in. FBI's got these 2 Chinese researchers, Yongqing Jian and Zunyong Liu, charged with trying to smuggle Fusarium graminearum, a nasty fungus that wrecks wheat, corn, and can even give humans liver damage, right into the U.S. They stuffed the killer spores in Jian's Martin boots. Liu's popping up at Detroit Metro Airport, trying to blend in, but customs sniffs something fishy. Next thing you know, they're cuffing him for smuggling, visa fraud, and conspiracy. Turns out they've been chatting on WeChat since August 2022. Liu's barking orders, put the seeds in your shoes, and Jian's like, I got 3 pairs, stuff them in the insole. Real slick, yeah? FBI Director Kash Patel's saying that this is a direct hit on America's food supply. He calls it a national security nightmare. Now Jian's sitting in custody and Liu's back in China. No extradition treaty, so good luck bringing him over. It's a showbiz-style sting, reminding us Uncle Sam's watching every move. So if you're thinking of busting our agri game, keep your boots empty. Elon Musk waltzes onto the social media stage, lampshading Trump's one big beautiful bill as a pork-filled congressional disaster and a disgusting abomination that'll shove our deficit into the stratosphere. He's yelling, kill the bill, like he's calling a sit-down with Congress, telling every Joe Schmo to hound their lawmakers to scrap Trump's plan, which extends 2017 tax cuts and throws in new brakes on car loan interest, overtime pay, and tips, while slashing Medicaid and SNAP on the sly. The House barely squeaked it through. But in the Senate, even some GOP tough guys, like Ron Johnson and Rand Paul, are squawking that it's fiscally insane. Meanwhile, the White House's Spock's Levitt scoffs. Doesn't change Trump's mind. Trump rings up Vlad bear-hug Putin for an hour and a quarter of pure boss-to-boss talk. Trump comes out smiling, calling it a good conversation, but warns it ain't gonna buy peace overnight. Why? Putin's hollering that Russia will have to respond very strongly to Ukraine's drone strike that torched about 40 bombers on Russian airfields. Trump plays it cool. He didn't even lecture. He just leans in, gets the skinny, and flexes his role as the world's top fixer. He also pressed Putin on Iran, making sure the mullahs don't go nuke wild. Meanwhile, Zelensky screamed tweeting that Ukraine's not in the loop, but our guys got it covered, even if peace talks in Istanbul stalled like an old jalopy. Bottom line, Trump's running the show, keeping both sides honest. Trump crew straight up deported a couple hundred Venezuelan Tren de Aragua suspects to El Salvador back in March under that old school Alien Enemies Act. No hearings, just to cuff them and ship them order. Then Judge James Boasberg, wearing that black robe, slaps a ruling saying these guys got to get their day in court. Because, you know, due process is a thing. He didn't order their comfy return to the U.S., but he's given the Don's team a week to cook up a plan so these fellas can file habeas petitions from Secot Jail, El Salvador's equivalent of Club Fed, if you squint. Critics squawk that Trump's tough-on-crime flex went too far, but loyalists cheer. When you're protecting the homeland, you don't ask permission. You do the job. Now the judge's orders are more like speed bumps. Trump's playbook? Keep the heat on the cartels and let the legal eagles squawk. At Sean Diddy Combs' Manhattan trial, Brianna Bonabongolan painted a picture nastier than a busted TV, saying that back in September 2016, Diddy burst into Cassie's 17th floor LA pad and hoisted her up like she was a pizza box. He dangled her over the balcony rail shouting, "You know what the F you did." For a split second, she figured gravity and a misstep would turn her into a pancake. He finally dumped her onto some rickety balcony furniture, leaving her looking like she lost a street fight. Bruises, a neck brace, and night terrors that had scared Tony Soprano straight. Cassie's own testimony about Diddy's freak-off shenanigans got backup from Banna's scary story. Diddy's no gentleman, more like the devil in Gucci sneakers. The jury sat there jaw-dropped while Banna's voice shook with paranoia. She still wakes up screaming. For a no BS take on everyday's news, please like this video and hit subscribe.